Good morning. We're about to talk about dropping price over the phone. Please don't do it. That's the moral of the story. But we're going to discuss it in detail. So customer calls you for an estimate. Okay, how much is it? There are multiple ways to answer it, but the worst one you can do is to give them a price. Why is that so bad? Because that's it. They're gone. That's it. The suspense has been lifted. There is no reason for them ever to talk to you again. They're going to call the next guy. They're going to see what his price is. And they're going to call the next guy. They're going to see what his price is. Then they're going to call the next guy. And they're going to see what his price is. That's how these people's minds work. You gotta slap them and be, hey, no. But in a kind way, right? Just by controlling your tongue. Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I honestly wouldn't even be able to give it to you over the phone. I have no idea. If they're an intelligent buyer, they may ask, okay, what do you guys charge per square foot? Then, if you have to, give them a range. Don't just say, we charge X. We charge a range of X and Y based on various circumstances. What would this sound like? Okay, hey, what do you guys charge per square foot? Which I highly doubt they would even ask, but sometimes they do. We charge anywhere from 2 to 8 square feet, $8 a square foot. It really depends on the job, the location, the time we're there, and the materials that are used. What's a good time that we could just kind of swing by and, do an estimate if you wouldn't be opposed to that? And sometimes, just to saying that, they'll say, oh, yeah, I'm free around this time, anytime. Which then you would respond, okay, I could swing by around 3 or 5. Which one's better for you today? You give them 2 choices and they have to choose. That's the best method. Let me repeat it one more time using the same example, right? The 2 times method. You're going to assume the estimate, right? You're assuming it, okay? Why would you not assume it? They're calling you. I don't care what they ask, right? Do you guys do LVP? Do you guys do epoxy? We do actually epoxy. If you want, we could swing by to do an estimate later today. I got time at 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. I guess if you wouldn't be opposed to that, which time works better for you? Notice how I said if you wouldn't be opposed to that. So it's still their decision. I'm not trampling over them. Because they could always say, they're big boys. They could say, hey, you know what, actually, I am kind of opposed. I don't have time today. I'm apologize. They say, no problem. Like, what's a better time for you? I could do tomorrow or the day after that. Again, you have to sense the line a little bit for when you're being too pushy, but you have to find that line, Okay, but I want to jump back to prices really quick. What the point of me telling you that was saying, don't just answer a question and then wait for them to ask you another question. Just keep pelling it, it's like shooting BBs at you and you're just sitting there like, ow, ow, ow. Okay? When they ask you a question, don't just answer it and then wait. What's your price per square foot? It's $4. No. You answer, then you say something back. What are you looking to get done? When can we come down? What's the project looking like? Okay? As far as price, if they are outside, if they answer your question and they say, well, we're 5 cities away from you. They say a city that's really, really far away from you. Cool. I'll give them price over the phone then. My guys, my clients, my contractors will give them price over the phone. If it's a distance that they don't want to go to, that's the time you should give price. That is the only time. No matter what. That is the one exception, and it will always only be the one exception. Otherwise, we just do ranges. You give them ranges. It could be between X and Y. Even if they describe their situation perfectly. I got a garage. I already know the difference between polyaspartic and polyurea. I don't want to do a polish. I want to do this. It's going to be this amount of square feet. Cool. Guess what, Mr. Customer? It's going to be between, I guess if you really want to know, it's going to be between this and this. Never say this. It's going to be 5,000. No, do not say that. If they persist, then you give a range. All right. The only time you ever drop price is if they're out of your service range. Then you decide on the spot if you will go based on that price. That is your standard. That's not my standard, right? If you want to go out there, you want to drive an hour and a half to go to do a $3,000, $2,000 job, that's all you. Plus gas, plus material, crew, cool, go for it. That's not my call. All right, so what are the main things we took away from this call? 1, don't drop prices of the phone unless they're outside your service area. 2, if they persist, drop a range. Okay? 3, once you answer the question, no matter what you say, throw something back at them, something small. They ask you a question about your price, you answer it. Where is the job located? What are you guys looking to get done? Do you know the square footage? Which they probably don't, because you're probably talking to a 65-year-old mom. Okay. And then give them options. Give them options. Hey, we can come by 5 or 7. Don't let them decide. Their brain they don't want their brain doesn't want to work that time of day, right? We could show up at time or time. Which works better for you? You're assuming. All right, that's all I got for you today. Hope this helps. Don't drop price over the phone, please.